very soon institutions will begin buying up all the XRP, and XRP will be completely gone off of exchanges, and we've already begun seeing this due to massive volume hitting these exchanges that they've just completely decided to terminate retail and just focus on institutions. Recently, Binance suspended global XRP withdrawals, and another exchange decided to also suspend global XRP trading, specifically the purchase of XRP, due to massive volumes that were coming in from institutions. They've decided that rather than selling XRP to retail, institutions wanted more, and so they're just going to do a one-way transaction. And so those that have able to accumulate at least 1,500 XRP will be worth in the millions of dollars, as XRP's price is officially set at approximately $8,000 to $10,000, with an expected $5 trillion to fly into the market cap of XRP overnight, and a global $654.39 trillion to go into the XRP ledger over the next couple of months, with it beginning in literally 9 days. And we are reporting all of this on this channel, as XRP's price has been set by the central banks between $7,000 to $10,000 per XRP. The math includes $7,000 per XRP, but when you look at the scale, we're looking at close to $10,000 per XRP. And this is forgetting of the fact that Forbes mentioned that XRP will reach at one point in time over $60,000, surpassing even Bitcoin. But let's not talk about this in today's video, and let's focus on XRP and $10,000, with it disappearing out of exchanges beginning in the next couple of days. Because XRP's price is currently sitting at $2.23, and we partner with Apple to give every single person watching this video literally free XRP. It's very easy, takes less than 5 minutes. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, comment XRP in the comment section, and then sign up on Apple using my link in the description and do a transaction. It's very easy, 3 simple steps, and you literally get yourself up to $100 as a juicy bonus that you can then spend to buy XRP, buy any other crypto, or even withdraw the money in cash. Now let's get right into today's video. $654.39 trillion, the entire global real estate market will onboard the XRP ledger. In fact, RealFi, which is literally onboarding that onto the XRP ledger to over $600 trillion, has announced that institutional discussions are now underway regarding the tokenization of the $654.39 trillion global real estate market onto the XRP ledger. They also mentioned that the launch of the Real token has demonstrated strong support and proven that the XRP ledger is fully equipped to handle the anticipated institutional volume, backed by RealFi's full capacity tokenization framework. But what makes things even more bullish is the Real token, which launched on June 7th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the pre-sale, the Real token is officially live and available across all major XRP exchanges. Now, this is only going to be available for 10 days, a limited period. Upon completion, Real will be listed on public crypto markets, with onboarding conversations already in progress. For phase 1, there was a limited supply of only 100 million Real tokens, and the launch price was 0.001 XRP. And guys, take a look at this. A freaking 10x was made instantly upon launch. I mean, this thing literally went from 0.001 to 0.01, which is literally a 10x instantly. So people literally made a 10x once it launched. Now the great part is, if you were watching the Crypto Geek channel and have been up to date, we told you that this is a project that you should definitely be keeping a close eye on, and that there's going to be a lot of money made through it because it's utility based, it's launching on the XRP ledger, and it's tokenizing over $600 trillion. And again, I made it clear this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but definitely to take some time and do your research. And those that didn't put their orders, they made an instant 10x upon launch. That was literally free money, guys. And I'm happy that I was also doing my research, because again, this was literally free money that you were able to capitalize on. But this is only the start. And even if you weren't able to capitalize on launch, there is so much money potential to be made in utility coins that are brand new, like Real token, which is part of a massive ecosystem of tokenizing the real estate market over 600 trillion, backed by an institution which is RealFi. Real Token is trending so much that it's literally been ranked to the top on Ban Exchange, the #1 XRP ledger platform. It's also received a score of 8.1 out of 10 as an overall score, with a 99 or 100% BanX score, 100% KYC score, and it's very low risk in terms of holders. There's about, what is it? I think let's have a look here. It tells you how many wallets. If we hover over 424 wallets in the first 24 hours, which again is insane. That's actually amazing for the first 24 hours. But look at this chart, boys. A major parabolic skyrocket, and it only is going to go vertical from here as it continues to increase in demand. And people are really trying to capitalize on the Real Token. I mean, it's up 10% also as well today. If you look at it on the 48 hours, it is up over 150% in the last 48 hours, which is, again, extremely bullish. I think we're heading now into the 48-hour mark. I think we're at 32, but this is bullish, and it's only going to keep getting more bullish from here. I think the introduction of the pre-sale end, which is going to end in about 9 days now, is going to introduce, trillions of dollars. 600 trillion is the plan for them to tokenize in terms of, their entire ecosystem. But starting, we're going to see that money begin to flow after the official release, which is going to be massive. It's going to be bigger than the pre-sale launch, which again, people are expecting it to literally instantly could literally go to between $50 to $100 overnight. Now, again, I'm not financial advice, it's not financial advice, so do your own research, but this is just something to keep in mind, is to do your research on projects like this, utility-based projects being built on the XRP ledger, and obviously tokenizing $600 trillion is extremely bullish. You got to be keeping a close eye on. We also are looking at XRP. So as the XRP ledger ecosystem grows because of projects like RealFi, even more money is flowing through the XRP ledger and XRP. Specifically, NASDAQ officially decided to list XRP, making it the first currency to ever be listed on an official American stock exchange, which is the NASDAQ. On top of this, Eric Trump urges banks to embrace crypto or face extinction. He says the banking system is broken and really hints on replacing it with RippleNet. And if you guys didn't know, RippleNet actually uses XRP directly and the XRP ledger. And this kind of brings me back to RealFi, which is actually built on the XRP ledger. But in the process, every transaction that takes place in the RealFi ecosystem actually ends up burning XRP. So not only is it beneficial for the Real Token, but RealFi is built on both Real Token and XRP. And you guys will easily be able to figure this out on their website. I'll be leaving all links down below. But here we are at payrealfi.com, the RealFi ecosystem website. And if you scroll all the way down, it tells you token overview. You have the Real Token, and then you also have XRP. And it really shows you that the RealFi ecosystem, the payment platform that is being built, is both using the Real Token and XRP. So it's actually beneficial for both systems. But the concept here is institutions are working and building on the XRP ledger. BlackRock, in fact, is also working on XRP and the XRP ledger, with them announcing that it's likely going to see an XRP ETF in the next couple of days and weeks, but the CEO is staying silent, and this is likely due to the fact that BlackRock is secretly stockpiling XRP, similar to what JP Morgan was doing back about a year ago when they announced that they were basically not going to deal with XRP, and then people found a wallet owned by JP Morgan that owned about 7.5% of its holdings in XRP, and it was reported that JP Morgan and BlackRock were working together to basically keep the price low, the XRP price, so they can accumulate as much as they can. And this kind of reminds me of the XRP ledger once more, and how it's growing at a scale where institutions are literally starting to shift and build on the XRP ledger. One of those institutions was the Crypto Trading Fund, which was a Polygon-based project. It was the first ever payment rewards framework built on the Polygon chain, which then decided to shift and build on the XRP ledger. And as a result, the CTF token, native to both now the Polygon and the XRP ledger, became the top DeFi token on the XRPL and is likely to soar from 97 cents to over $748. They've even decided to onboard Amazon, Walmart, and soon on June 23rd, they're onboarding Demac, a massive Dubai-based real estate company that again is going to introduce hundreds of billions of dollars into the XRP ledger, but also potentially into the actual CTF token. So I'll be leaving all link down below for that down in the description, but it's also definitely something to keep an eye on. You have the XRP ledger as a full-fledged ecosystem, and this is really what makes the XRP ledger special, and this is why you see a lot of officials talking about the XRP ledger and not just XRP, because the XRP ledger is the financial chain. It houses not just XRP, but XRP is a key player because XRP facilitates the payments. But then you see things like the payment rewards framework, the crypto trading fund, the CTF token, which literally facilitates like the cashback payment reward system of the XRP ledger. Now you're seeing real estate tokenization and real estate payments platforms being built onto the XRP ledger, in this case RealFi, and all of the pieces of financial transactions all are on one chain, which is the XRP ledger, and this is really what makes it extremely special. And this is why institutions are running to try and capture as much of it as possible. Now guys, with that being said, I am going to end off the video here. Make sure you like, comment, and you subscribe, as well as you share this video. But also, again, take some time, take 5 minutes of your time, sign up on Apple using my link in the description and do a transaction, and do your research on RealFi and the Real token. Now, of course, this is extremely important that, again, non-financial advisors, non-financial advisors know to do your own research, but it's definitely something that should be looked into because, again, people made an instant 10x. You have another opportunity to make potentially 100, 1,000x, and so you just want to spend your time into your research. But again, the crypto space is extremely risky, and only invest what you're willing to lose. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time, and peace.